Hey, how you doing? My name's Don Tucker. This is Guitar 101. We're going to go over some basic guitar chords today, and I'm going to try to teach you how to play three chords today: the E, the A, and the D. So I'm going to start out with the A chord. First of all, I need to give you a couple of tips here. As I'm giving you instruction, I'm going to refer to my fingers. Your pointer finger is finger 1, your middle finger is finger 2, finger 3, and then your pinky is 4. For this first three chords, we just need fingers 1, 2, and 3. Okay, when I refer to the frets, these wires going across your fretboard are your frets. You're going to play behind the fret wire. So this whole box right here is considered fret number 1, and this is fret number 2. Okay. As a general rule, when you play like a single note on a fret string, if I told you, fret marker, if I told you to place your first finger on the first fret, you'd play this box, and you put it down here on the first string from the bottom. And when you're playing a single note, you want to get right up against the fret wire. That makes it, because it's easier to press down, and it's easier to ring out. If I'm in the back of the fret box, you get some of that, and you want to ring out. So you play in the front of the fret box. When you play chords, it's the same thing. You want to get your fingers in the front of the fret box as best you can. Sometimes you got to have one towards the back to get them all in there. It just depends on the chord. So for example, I'm going to start with the A chord. And on the A chord, I'm going to take my first finger and count up. This is the second fret. On the second fret, the fourth string from the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth string, that's actually the D string. The string names, by the way, are E, B, G, D, A, and the big E on top. So you got little E on the bottom, string number 1, big E, string number 6. So I'm going to take finger number 1, count up, put it on the fourth string from the bottom. Finger number 2, my middle finger, is going to go on the third string from the bottom, same fret. And finger 3 has got to go in there on the second string from the bottom, so it pushes finger 1 back here. And you strum the bottom 5 strings, because the 5th string is your A, so that's where you start strumming. Okay, you strum the bottom 5, including the little E on the bottom. Okay, so they should all be ringing out. If your strings are not ringing out, the number one culprit for that is you're not pressing down hard enough. Okay, and that's common when you first start. That will get better and that will get easier. Just don't be discouraged if they're not ringing out. Just keep at it. What I do is put my thumb on the back of the guitar neck, and I use that to press against it and squeeze the neck, and it allows my wrist muscle to help me out, because if you just press down without your thumb, it's hard to get enough leverage. Once you add your thumb and squeeze that guitar neck, you get a little more leverage, and it gets a little easier to strum the chords. Okay. Now on the A chord, this is the way all the chord charts suggest you play it. But for me, sometimes it's hard to get all my fingers in there. And if you have big hands or big fingers, there's another way to play it, which is how I play it. So I take my first finger and put it back here behind these other two. Okay, so fingers 2 and 3 are in the front of the box. Finger 1 is right behind them on the third string from the bottom. That way I can get them all in there, and allows all 5 strings to ring out. So there's 2 ways to play the A. There's this way, the way the chord charts tell you, and this is the way that I play it, and other guitarists, it gives you more room. Okay, so there's your A. Now I'm going to go to the D chord. So the D chord, you're going to take your first finger and bring it to the third string from the bottom on the second fret. Okay, put it right in about the middle of the box there. Your second finger is going to go all the way to the bottom, across from the other finger, and again, it's about in the middle or the front of the box. Okay, your third finger is going to plop down right here on the second string from the bottom, and so you got fingers 1, fingers 2, finger 3, and you strum the bottom 4, because the fourth string from the bottom is your D string, which is your bass string in your D chord. Okay, so there's D, here's A. So I'm just strumming down, up, down, down, up, down. I start my strum on the A on the 5th string from the bottom. I start my strum on the D on the 4th string from the bottom. Okay, so the last chord we're going to tackle is the E chord. So for the E chord, your first finger is going to be on the very first fret, 3rd, third string from the bottom. Okay, right about in the middle of the box. Your middle finger, your second finger is going to be up here, again about the middle of the box on the fifth string from the bottom on the second fret. Third finger is right underneath that on the fourth string from the bottom. Okay. Now on the E, you strum all 6 strings because it's an E chord. That's your E string, which is your bass note. Okay, so again, I'm strumming down, up, down, E. Okay, I'm going to go D. I'm going to go to A. Back to E. Okay, strumming tip. When I say strum down, up, down, which is a strum pattern, there are others, but it's a basic one. You don't need to go down, up, down. Strum all 6 of them when you come back up, because once you strum down, all the strings are ringing, okay? So you can just kind of hit 2 or 3 coming back up, okay? Doesn't really matter how many, 2 or 3, just kind of flick it like that. Down, up, down. Here's D, I do the same thing. I strum the top 4, or the bottom 4, I'm sorry. Come back up, hit a couple of them, down, up, down, down, up, down. A, I'll strum the bottom 5, get them all going down. Come up, hit 2 or 3. Back to E. So here's a strum pattern. You can do the E 2 times on the down, up, down, D 2 times, and A 2 times. It'll sound something like this. D, A, back to E. Okay, or you can start with the A first and do a different progression. You can go A, down, up, down, D, E, 2 times on E. A, down, up, down, D, E, down, up, down 2 times. D, 1 time, E, 2 times. Okay, so there's your 3 chords. We have A, D, E, back to A. On your guitar picks, just a note, I like these. These are medium lights. This is a 60 gauge. A lot of the other ones you'll see, yellow one is a medium gauge, it's like a 70, what does it say on there? It doesn't really say, 71 to 73. The red picks, like you see at Guitar Center, those are medium. Those are 71 to 73. I like this medium light because you want your string, your pick to give a little bit, especially on acoustic guitar when you're strumming. Okay, because if you didn't give it all, you might as well be using a quarter, and it would sound harsh and brittle. Okay, so you want to have a little bit of give, so when you strum, you sound smoother. That's what you want. You want a smooth strum. Okay, try to strum all the strings with the same amount of pressure. Okay, strum lightly. Don't hold your pick too. If you hold your pick tight, your wrist is going to lock up, and you're going to have robot arm, which is okay if you're a robot. But if you're trying to play guitar, you need that wrist to loosen up a little bit. So hold your pick loosely, okay, and that allows your wrist to be loose. That way, when you strum, your strum is loose. That's what you want. You want nice and loose, smooth. Cut that off there. There's 3 chords for you, A, D, and E. You can try them in different combinations and they sound cool together. A lot of songs have only 3 chords. Okay, a lot of songs only have 4 chords. You'd be surprised at how many hit songs on today's radio are 4-chord songs. So we're going to get into some more chords. This is just a beginning starters lesson to get you going. And these chords are fairly easy, so that's why I started with those. Alright, my name's Don Tucker. I have a website, dontuckermusic.com. You can check out if you like. And thanks for watching. I'll be back later with another video.